Thanks so much for taking the time to
pleasure.
talk to us. Obviously, this is not your first time in Montreal. Do you think that this city has what it takes to support an NBA team?
That's a great question. I don't know enough about it. You know, it's certainly big enough. It certainly supports the Canadians a lot. I could be really mean and talk about winning and stuff like that, but I won't. But yeah, I mean, it's a big enough city. I mean, I think having a second Canadian team would be awesome. Canadians are great sports fans, and in Toronto, whether they were winning or losing, people were coming out. I think they've come to know and love basketball more. And you know, if you look at the top of the NBA drafts, I mean, there's more and more Canadian players, so it's becoming more part of Canadian culture. So yeah, I think there's a possibility.
But when you're attracting professional athletes, is something like the fact that Quebec has very high income taxes?
Yeah, but you know,
influence.
You say that, but you know, there's higher personal income taxes, but for a lot of different type of corporations, the taxes for some financial companies, as an example, are lower here than they are in the States. So there's a balance and trade-off to everything. But it's a great town.
Okay, so let's talk about entrepreneurship. Quebec actually has the lowest rate of entrepreneurship in Canada.
Didn't know that.
What do you think is missing, or what do you think needs to be there to
improve that? I don't know,
because
my experience, I think it's changing, you know, because I've got two investments here, Wrench, RNCH, which is a machine vision company, and Sports Logique, which is also machine vision. So with McGill, I think you've got a great foundation of young technologists, particularly, you know, they've got some areas of expertise like machine vision, machine learning. So I think you're going to start to see more. And it wasn't like I planned to come and invest in Montreal, but the opportunities were here. And people work hard, it's not expensive to live. I think there'll be a lot more entrepreneurship here.
And when someone's pitching an idea, what do you look for specifically?
I look for uniqueness of the idea. I don't want it to be the next Uber of something. I don't want it to be the next anything. I want it to have something unique. I want the entrepreneur to be prepared and understand. I want them to be self-aware, because entrepreneurs have a bad habit of lying to ourselves that this is the biggest company, the best ever, we're amazing. And so if you start putting together all those features, all those traits, you know, anything is possible, and that's what I look for.
And now, of course, if you could give advice to the young millennials of today, young entrepreneurs trying to get their ideas off the ground.
I'm not?
I mean, people just starting off.
Oh, okay.
What advice would you give them?
You got to grind, right? There's no shortcuts. A lot of time I hear people ask me, you know, what do I have to do? You know, tell me what I need to do, and you can't. That's not the way it works. You have to get in there and dig in, and you know, if you find something that you really love to do and you work hard at it, anything's possible.
And of course, I had questions from viewers very quickly.
Sure.
Some fun questions.
Sure.
What are your favorite pizza toppings?
I like pineapple, I like ham, I like hamburger, and I basically, if the pizza is just there, it doesn't have to be cooked, it could be under the bed, it's just good.
Okay. And would you ever consider running for president?
Of Canada, a prime minister?
No, president of the U.S.
I'm trying to convince my buddy Kevin O'Leary to, I'd consider it, but I don't know. That's a long ways away.
And finally, do you believe in luck?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think hard work outshines luck, but luck amplifies hard work.